Hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Barrett Bonella, and I will be your professor for the rest of the semester. Welcome to Social Welfare Policy, History, Development, and Analysis. This is going to be an intensive 7-week course in which you are going to learn all about policy, all about how and why social workers care about policy, and hopefully get to even do something about policy as you work. So for this initial video, I'm just going to go through some of the things that are offered in this course, go over the syllabus briefly, and show you a link to the rest of the videos that are here that might be a little outdated, but are still going to give you very useful information. So here we are. We're on Canvas. If you look around, oh, it just vanished. There it is. Here it is. This is where you will start off. This is where this video should be found. The first thing you're going to want to do in this course is go into the syllabus. The syllabus is going to have everything you need to know. There is a video on the syllabus just below this. It's a little outdated. It's from last year, so I'm just going to go over some of the differences that are in the syllabus that aren't in that one. So first of all, I am in the science lab. That's where my office is. You can reach me by email. Don't even bother calling me. Just reach me by email. Here are my up-to-date office hours. Moving on, a lot of this stuff is the same. In the other syllabus video, you'll find that you are required to get the New York Times subscription. I still recommend that. The good news is it's totally free. Just sign up for it with your Weber account. You'll get it for free and no more worries. Okay, objectives, description, those are mostly the same. Class formats, entirely online. Here are the assignments, some of the differences in the assignments. So there are reflections. You'll have 2 due every week. That's a lot. It's going to be a lot of work. Do your reading. Do those reflections. They're going to be very important. That's going to give me an idea of how well you are capturing the material and that you're thinking about it. After you reply to every question, and they're all going to have a very standard format, reply to those questions and reply to at least one peer on each of those. Your article responses, this is something I would recommend only doing if you are really seriously interested in a particular topic, with a couple of exceptions. I would recommend that you do Article 2. Absolutely do that one because that's an interesting one about how we deal with biases in politics, which you're going to find is a huge issue in social work and in policy in general. The other is Article 7. Article 7 is a must-read because that is going to teach you everything you need to know about how to write a policy analysis, which is your big paper. So, otherwise, if you didn't do the rest of these articles and you didn't read them, you'd probably be okay. You could still pass the class without doing them. If you're getting to that point where you think you might not pass, well, then you can catch up on them. I'm probably going to be pretty lenient about when those are late. Civic participation is important. Your quizzes are also very important. Your policy analysis, this is a big paper. It is going to be due July 22nd. Get that in. Work on that from the very beginning, from the first assignment that you look at. Start thinking about, what am I going to do my policy analysis on? It should be 10 to 15 pages in length. You'll find that that might not be enough, but try to keep it limited. At the end of the course, you will have to do a community engaged project and then a summary presentation on that project. Be sure to read through all of this and what that's supposed to look like. Essentially, you'll have to record a video and submit it here. There are lots of cool tools you can use for that. Okay. This is the total amount of points. One thing I should say, most of my grading will be done through rubrics. If you want additional feedback, you can simply ask for it through email. You don't have to worry about attendance, and the rest of this is mostly boilerplate stuff. And it's all covered really well in the syllabus video. So let's go back home. Actually, let's go straight into the modules. The modules here are also a little different than they are in the syllabus videos. Primarily, in this particular version of the course, you have 15 different modules to go through. And it's going to sound like a lot. And when you're going to open it up, you're going to go, holy crap, that's a lot of stuff. But here's the thing. Every single module is going to follow a very similar pattern. The first module is going to cover Chapter 1, second module, Chapter 2, all the way up to Module 15, which is just going to have your final projects. Module 1, they're all going to start off first with these lecture videos. Through the first part of the course, these lecture videos are going to be of me and me talking about the course and about the topics of the book. I recommend you go through all of those because you're going to love listening to me, I promise. Whatever. After that, you are going to have a whole bunch of supplemental materials. The supplemental materials are going to be 3 indents in. And you'll see that. It's like, oh, see how there's a difference here. This one's all the way to the left. This one's farther to the right. These are all supplementary materials. Go through them. I will recommend some of them in the videos. This one, Fixing Broken Social Systems, is an excellent TED Talk. I recommend watching it when you get a chance. Here are the actual assignments that you'll have to do. They will be at the bottom. So there will be the quiz, there's the article, and then there's your chapter discussion. Every single module follows that same pattern. Once you get to Module 7, things change up a little bit. Essentially because starting in Module 7, I no longer have my own lecture videos. Instead, I have other videos from online that will help you get a sense of how these policies work in the real world. I highly recommend that you watch those. Do continue doing your chapter summaries and your chapter quizzes. And if there is a particular area of policy that you are really, really interested in, I highly recommend that you go through all of these as much as you possibly can. That will help you get through your course and get through your paper much, much better. So the first one here in this section, Module 7 is on being an advocate in the healthcare sector. If you really are interested in medical social work or medical issues and being a social worker there or an advocate there, this would be a place to really focus a lot of time and energy. And then if you, say, weren't very interested in poverty, which I hope most of you are, you'll find poverty weaves its way through just about every social issue that we face. Then you could just continue, say, just reading the chapter and doing the discussion and the quiz. And that would probably be good enough. I do highly recommend this particular chapter, though. Everyone should read it. Like I said, poverty weaves its way through every single aspect of social welfare policy. I know many of you are working with DCFS. Well, that's working with schools. Chapter 11 is about DCFS. If this is something you're really, really interested in, then of course I would recommend that you watch all of these videos and you go through all of the slides, the summaries, the resources, as well as these other assignments that are associated with it. The idea here is I want you guys to get a nice breadth of information, and it's a lot of information. You're going to have to go through 2 modules a week to get and stay caught up, and that's a lot of work. And so what I've wanted to do is towards the end, while you guys are busy with your projects and busy with your papers, I wanted to make some of these just as easy as possible. Just do the reading, do the quiz, do the discussion, keep up with that. And then there are areas where if you really want to focus your energy, I've left you with tons of materials to really focus your efforts and your energy so you can learn everything you can about that sector and about policies and issues in that sector, so that when you work on your project or you work in your career, you have access to this information and you can really use it to your advantage. So that concludes this video. Welcome to the course. I really hope you enjoy it. As always, please feel free to email me, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I'm kind of weird like that. I will respond to my emails really quick, especially if it's a simple question. If it's a more complicated question, I might take a little bit longer to get back to you, but I will get back to you, I promise. Thanks again. We'll see you on the other end of the course.